Ahoy there, shipmates, and welcome back aboard the Black Hound. Or, should I say, welcome back to Flyntlock Bones and the Sceptre of the Pharoahs, written by Kielty and illustrated by Mark Elvins, with once again a huge thank you from Jack, Chandler and myself for being granted permission by Scallywag Press to read this wonderful tale. So, last time we left Flynn and the crew, we found out about another potential villain in the piece, called Jim Lad Morihearty. I wonder what's going to happen next. Let's find out. Chapter 7. Captain Morihearty. I sense fear spreading round the crew like the deck fog as we sail past the bow of the scurvy Serpent.
Steer her in close, Hudson,
Watkins orders.
I've a mind to have a few words with the captain of this here vessel. What if they fire on us, Captain?
Hudson asks, his voice quivering.
Already thought of that one. Hoist the parley flag, Red.
What's the parley flag? I ask Red, following her to the mast. Parley is part of the pirate code of conduct that all pirates do their business by. It's like a truce, meaning both ships promise no harm until the parley is over, so they can have a meeting. Red hoists the parley flag. It's white with a black skull and crossbones, a pirate flag in reverse. Now we wait for the other ship to respond by hoisting the same flag. That's what the pirate code says. So we wait, and wait, and wait. Nothing. Captain Watkins scans the deck with his telescope.
Don't see too many crew about,
he says.
We'll row a jolly boat over to take a look.
Looking for me?
A voice booms. I spin round to see two pirates, one fat and the other skinny, standing on the deck. It's like they just appeared from thin air. Scratch leaps down from the rigging to arch her back and hiss furiously. The captain draws his cutlass.
That ain't in the rules of parley,
says the tall, thin pirate. He has dark, beady eyes and is clean-shaven with rows of pearly white teeth. He looks part pirate, part shark. Captain Watkins frowns.
That's Captain Morihearty,
he whispers to me.
How d'you board my ship without my knowing it?
He demands.
We was in the launch, returning to our ship from the coast, when we saw your parley flag. Thought you'd be pleased if we dropped by, as it saved you the bother of coming on board the Serpent.
He gestures to the fat pirate.
This is me first mate, Dogbite.
I notice Drudger staring admiringly at the two pirates, his mouth gaping like a fish. Watkins sheaths his cutlass, his eyes narrowing.
Been a long time, Morihearty. What brings you to these shores?
I could ask you the same thing, Watkins. Though I reckon it's probably got something to do with all this pirate investigating you've been doing of late.
Watkins nods and looks Morihearty in the eye.
There was a nasty robbery on this island a few nights back. You wouldn't happen to know anything about it, would you?
Never heard about no robbery.
He frowns, glancing at Dogbite, who shrugs.
Hope you ain't thinking I had anything to do with it. Not me, Watkins. You might be surprised to hear it, but I'm done with pirating. I've turned over a new leaf, like you done, when you gave up pirating to become an investigator.
Is that so?
Says the captain suspiciously.
On the straight and narrow now, ain't we, Dogmite?
He draws his cutlass, its blade catching the sun's light. Then he sheathes it again.
Gone up in the world I have. I'm more of a collector of arts and antiques now.
Straight as a pirate's hook.
Watkins mutters under his breath. I'll grin.
Matter of fact, the Navy boarded the Serpent only the other day and searched it from top to bottom. Never found a single trace of booty.
So rude. Did they give you that sort of hassle when you gave up pirating, Watkins? For a while, yes, till they were sure I was genuine.
Watkins strokes his chin.
What were you doing on shore?
Picking up supplies.
Where from? I ask, louder than I had meant. Morihearty rounds on me.
You got something to say, lad?
I look into his shark eyes as my heart pounds. The nearest town is miles away.
That's right,
says Watkins.
Coastline's as bare as a ghost ship's galley. Nothing more than cliffs and coves around here.
Think you're pretty clever, don't yous? Except if yous were really clever, you wouldn't be wasting your time parleying with an old ex-pirate, when you could be out there catching the real museum robbers.
The captain fixes him with a stare.
I never told you it was a museum that got robbed.
I see Morihearty's cheeks redden.
Don't take a genius to work out that's where all the treasure is,
he says.
Besides, it couldn't have been us, as we only sailed into the cove today. And you said the break-in happened a few nights ago.
And I only have your word to take for that.
Morihearty slaps Dogbite on the shoulder, then turns to walk across the deck.
This parley's over, Watkins. My word is as good as yours. So, if you'll excuse us, we'll be getting back to our ship.
He pauses at the top of the rope ladder, gazing at the rigging of the Black Hound.
The old dog is holding together well, Watkins. You'll want to keep her that way.
The captain scowls.
Is that a threat?
Morihearty grins.
Just a warning. There be dangerous waters out there on the 7 seas. I'm only telling you to be, careful.
Goodbye, Captain Watkins.
And the two men are gone, down the rope ladder to the jolly boat. As we watch them row back to the Serpent, the captain turns to me.
You're pretty brave, standing up to Morihearty back there. He'd slit your gizzard without so much as a second thought. He's a liar, of course, though I do believe the Navy were on his ship.
But how come they didn't find anything? Wouldn't he have loads of stolen booty?
He's much too clever for them. He'd keep all the booty off the ship, buried on islands or stored in towns and cities all over the 7 seas.
Like Baskerville.
Baskerville, Belgravia, you name it. Morihearty's stash stretches across the whole known world, and his rotten crimes too. He's like a giant octopus with a tentacle in every sea.
But there are only 7 seas. Doesn't an octopus have 8 tentacles?
Aye, lad.
The captain eyes me, a worried look on his face.
He has the 8th tentacle behind his back, holding a cutlass, ready to get you, if you cross him.
Oh dear. You definitely don't want to cross Morihearty or Dogbite. What will happen next? Tune in next time for the next exciting chapter of Flyntlock Bones and the Sceptre of the Pharoahs, written by Derek Kielty and illustrated by Mark Elvins. Again, Jack and I would like to say a huge thank you to Scallywag Press for granting us permission to read this fantastic tale. Now, of course, if you're enjoying this as much as we are, please do consider buying the book directly from Scallywag Press. To do this, click the link down below in the description box. Take care, everybody, and stay safe out there. See you next time. Bye!